The Big Show on Hodaki. Thanks to Night and Day. For the best milkshakes, thick shakes, and super thick shakes.
Don't fight it. It's time to go up a size. This is the biggest.
This is the biggest.
Our biggest show. The Hodaki Big Show. With Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keezy.
Oh, g'day, you mad bastards. Great to have your company this Friday afternoon. It is the 19th of January 2024, and you, my friends, are listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night Day, live from Brew Co in the beautiful Mount Maunganui. And the great news is we've got the full team back. Mogi, you absolute Adonis. You massive stallion of a human being. How you going, mate?
Yeah, going pretty grousey, you mad dog, you sick son of a bee. There's nowhere else on this great green earth that I'd rather be than right here with you and old Keezy there in the pouring rain in Mount Maunganui. Yeah,
it's beautiful, isn't it, mate? I tell you what, so let's have a cheer from the crowd in here. That's superb. Give us a round. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, people. Yes, indeed. Keezy, you mad bastard. How are you, mate?
Yeah, pretty good, thanks, Jace. Obviously happy to be home in beautiful Tauranga. I came up here, these are my people.
Yeah, man.
It's funny because we're walking down the street with you and everybody that came across you would cross the street.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a local thing.
That was the weird thing, wasn't it? I tell you what was lovely. We got here about 2 hours before the show. I was able to do an ocean swim, fellas.
Oh, yeah.
So I did about 2 or 3K off the beach there, which was nice, to start the show with. I did a bit of sand dune sprinting as well because I missed the gym this morning because I've got mallet finger, as you can see there. And so it was good to get a bit of exercise before the show. But I tell you what, hell of a show coming up, isn't there?
Before we move on, mate, can I just say you are looking incredible. I go away for 5 weeks and I come back and you look like you're homeless.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to hear what happened.
Yeah, mate, it's a new look I'm running with. Speaking of looking great, you as always, mate, are looking sensational.
What about old Keezy?
Oh, Keezy, I was saying he's actually gone to seed a bit over
Are you serious?
He indulged in the old Christmas ham a little bit too much there.
A little bit, Jason.
Mogi, but, I tell you what, as a special treat for the live audience here later on in the show, we'll all be getting our tops off, just so everyone can sort of have an idea. But let's kick off the show with a few tunes, eh? Here's the Killers.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Live from Brew Co in the beautiful Mount Maunganui, and as I mentioned at the top of the show, the crowd's going off here. The great news is the team has been reunited and our one and only Mogi is back on board. And Mogi, how was the break, mate? What's been going on?
Hell of a break, wasn't it? We've been treated with some true New Zealand Kiwi-style summers.
Totally, mate.
Which has made a nice change, and had an absolute ball. I wasn't too often without a beer in my hands, to be honest with you.
Sure.
I've been absolutely smashing the durries.
Yeah.
And, so I've got to quit all of that on Monday, so it's going to be a big couple of days here in Tauranga. And I was looking forward to getting back into the show today, but I've turned up and I'm pretty buggered, actually, because at around about midnight last night, I was woken up by my wife. And
my wife!
Come on, Jay, screw up, mate.
And she said, "Are you all right? Are you all right?"
Yeah.
And I said, "What?" She said, "Are you all right?" And I said, "Yeah, I was in quite a nice deep slumber." And she said, "Oh, I thought I could hear you groaning in the bathroom." And I was like...
Oh, midnight steamer.
No, you're thinking about Keezy. That's Keezy. So she woke me up and then I was awake for another 2 hours after that trying to get back to sleep as a result of that. But last night I was lying in bed thinking about Keezy.
Yeah, totally, man.
Yeah.
Speaking of Keezy, I mean, of course, Keezy and I have been doing the show this week while you've been away, mate.
Yeah.
God... He's just been full on this week, Mogi. I've been having to deal with his relationship issues. Talk about midnight steamers.
Yeah.
I don't know if you were listening to the show, but his wife, it actually got so bad that he did a midnight steamer. He got on the sauce as well, and you know what his honk is like. He was chainsawing away in the bedroom there, and his wife snoring away. She actually ended up in the spare room, mate. That's how bad it was.
Mogi, that's my personal business. So in radio, like where you work, right? Jace has been sitting in your spot and saying that he's the new Mogi and that he doesn't like you anymore and that we don't even need you around. It's been outrageous. And he did Wheeze in the B studio.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I did do wheeze. That's also how I got my mallet finger.
Yeah, what is the guts there?
In the beat. Well, I was just in the ACC office this morning, getting ready to come to Mount Maunganui. I went to pick something up, and I sort of dedooged it.
Yeah.
Just a bit of a dedooge. I didn't even notice it. And then I went back into the office, and I went, what the is going on with my finger? It looks like my finger's had a stroke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
If you want to see a photo of it, go to the Hodaki Big Show Instagram page. What is it, your middle finger?
Yeah, my middle finger.
Yeah, so, like, mine looks like that, Jace. Right?
Yeah.
So this is what mine looks like.
Yeah.
Yours
Nice one, Keith.
Yours is bent at the end.
I just want to put a call out there to all the people that are actually in the bar at the moment. If there's any doctors out there, I'd really appreciate some help with this. Or if there's anyone in the area that's of the medical profession, come in and sort me out, because apparently I need a splint for it. I need a splint.
It is a concern that I've never seen that before in my life, by the way.
Right.
But for somebody of 42 years of age...
42, mate. It shouldn't be happening.
It shouldn't be happening.
So,
Yeah.
you're 43.
Yeah, 43,
43,
yeah.
yeah.
Jeez, the years are flying by. Hey, let's have a bit of music, shall we? A bit of Rage Against the Machine.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Fun-loving criminals there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show, live from Brew Co in the beautiful Mount Maunganui. Actually, Mogi, I've had a few people come up to the desk here and ask how much you're charging for the selfies today. What are we talking about here, mate?
She's free today.
She's free.
Today. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
But if anybody wants one, make sure you bowl up in between breaks, and we'll snap a few off for you, so to speak.
Snap one off.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
Hey, obviously, growing up in Tauranga or Old Keys, this is my neck of the woods. How are you guys finding it being down here? Because one of my favourite things is bringing people I know to my hometown. You know what I mean?
Sure.
You enjoying it? Like, beautiful scenery, you know?
Yeah, well, one of the things I massively enjoyed coming into Tauranga there, Mogi, was the traffic just came to an absolute standstill.
It really allows you to soak in the vistas when you're going at 3 k's an hour for 45 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
But you must admit the vistas are pretty amazing, though. Like, quite often you're driving alongside the water. You know, a lot of people out there getting amongst it on boats, fishing, swimming.
Well, yeah, we actually got out for a bit of a fish today, and it's quite good because it sort of takes a lot of the skill out of it, because most of the fish are being killed off by the oil spilling out of those ships down there.
Yeah.
Down there at the wharf there.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I tell you, it was quite a sight, actually. There was... here's a question for you guys, by the way. Have any of you... There's a conspiracy going around. Have any of you ever seen a baby seagull?
I've never seen a baby seagull.
No, it doesn't exist, does it? A baby seagull.
No.
Well,
Although I did see probably half a dozen today.
Yeah.
Just washed up on the shore there.
Yeah.
Soaked in oil.
it was quite beautiful, actually, because I was standing on the jetty there, Mogi, and there was a beautiful seal there just... you know, covered in oil and stuff, flapping about, trying to get out of the oil slick there, and sort of wheezed its way onto the beach there. I've never seen something like that before.
And actually, Keezy, there was a lot of people down there trying to help it, and Jason and I had to fight them off, didn't we, mate? Because that's just nature.
Well,
that's just nature.
Yeah, that's totally.
Hang on, if you see
and
any...
that'll be up on our Hodaki Big Show Instagram page for anyone who wants to see it.
So we're filming eels covered in oil dying.
Seals.
Seals.
Yeah, it was
Not
a seal,
eels.
Keezy.
Was it a seal?
Yeah.
And you're allowed to help it. That's not nature. Oil all over it. No?
No, you got to stay out of it.
Right, okay. So the people that were coming to try and help it, what did they have? Were they trying to, like, wash it down and free it?
Yeah, just generally getting involved where they shouldn't have. You've got to keep your nose out, your massive honker out, Keezy, when it comes to nature.
Mike, who lost the nose measuring competition?
We must be running out of time here, are we?
Actually, I've got to be honest with you, Mogi. While you're away, old Keezy was dropping the honker jokes left, right and centre, and I didn't appreciate it at all. I don't know if the people here in the live audience realise we did actually a formal measuring of our honkers on the big show, and it turns out old Keezy had the biggest honker of all, which I was going to say I found surprising, but actually not that much.
I think people here live will be able to tell, and especially you're sitting in profile right now, and they've got a great view of that honker on the front of you. Actually, my favourite joke since you were away was because Pug-san, our producer, he's been in Japan.
Yeah, round of applause for Pug-san, everyone. Pug-san.
He went on the bullet train in Japan.
Yeah.
And then Jace, and I was like, did you go on the Shinkansen? And Jace was like, what's that? And I was like, oh, it's the bullet train that kind of looks like you with the massive nose on the front of it.
Yeah. $50, Bugs.
Yeah, good stuff. Now, listen, I just want to remind everyone else out there that's listening to the show, text us 3483 if there's anything you want to talk about. Also, don't forget the Talkback app. If you're listening to us on the iHeartRadio app, push that little microphone there and send us a direct message to the studio.
And also, we'll be doing a special episode due to popular demand of Tool Chat.
Tool Chat,
so if you want any tool to suggest, text it through on 3483, or anybody out here in the crowd can come out and mention one to us, and we'll see how we go.
That's right. Every text in the draw for a $50 night day voucher.
Yeah, beautiful. Let's take a break.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Oh, yes, indeed. The Offspring there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show, live from Brew Co. And to prove it's live, listen to them go off. Yeah, boy. And remember, everyone actually comes down here because I think at the moment, how many do you predict, Mogi? I'm picking there's probably about 450 at the moment, 500, maybe 600 in here at the moment.
Yeah, capacity is about 3,000, I think, so come on down.
Yeah, totally.
Plenty of room for everyone, plenty of tables left as well, so come on down, get stuck in.
Yeah,
free
absolutely.
T-shirts.
Now, one of the other reasons we're down here is the Black Clash tomorrow, fellas. Who's going to that? Yeah, good times. And one of the highlights of the Black Clash, of course, is the fact that you fellas get to luxuriate in a hot spring spa in your backbone Speedos. They're very much, Mogi, looking forward to that.
Yeah, pretty excited. Obviously, I've been away for the last week, so I knew nothing about that until today. Nobody's asked me, nobody said a word to me about it, but I'll be there tomorrow in my Speedos next to old Keezy here. Keezy said you're going to be wearing your rashy, mate.
Well, to be honest, my parents are from Tauranga, and if they see me swimming without a rashy on, they do get a bit worried about me.
Are you going to have those little floaties on your arm as well, Keezy? Because it can get pretty deep in those spa pools, and I know you get a bit panicked and flustered in water.
Yes, Jace, it's very nice of you, standing at about 5'1", to be concerned about me drowning in a spa pool. Thanks, mate. But I'll be wearing the floaties. I think we've got backbone crop tops we'll be wearing as well.
Oh, okay.
We will be wearing Speedos.
Well, no, actually, Keezy, because I've absolutely insisted that Mogi goes topless. Who's with me there, eh? Hey!
Just you, Jace, on that one.
You don't have to join in.
You don't have to, you don't work out like Mogi did all year. And let's not forget, of course, he's been having his bullos lasered, so he's going to be absolutely immaculate out there. Whereas you're a bit worried. You're a bit worried,
go on, Jace, go on. Come on.
A bit worried, Keezy. You were running a bit of an abundant bush there.
Yeah, I was worried about the massive bush I'm running. And once again, just like the fact that I will likely be submerged in a hot pool and you wouldn't, standing at 5'1", everyone here knows that it's me that's running a massive bush.
Yeah.
And definitely not Hoity J. But honestly, you have a few diet lemonades, get in a spa in front of thousands of people. Who cares? Let it all hang out.
Yeah, I agree.
That's
with
what
you,
I'll be doing.
My only concern is the last time. Well, it's not a concern actually. I enjoyed it immensely. Got a bit homoerotic in the pool with you and Matty Heath. What was going on there?
Yeah,
Mogi?
it was me and Matt Heath, and they caught us at a vulnerable moment. Actually, we'd had a few rosés by that point, and sort of leaned into one another. And then, of course, old Keezy was sitting there having a good geeze at us as well.
You guys were about to have a pash. What actually happened is they started going in for a pash, and they wouldn't cut off them, and so they were stuck on it for about 20 seconds of them just about to kiss, and they were going, are they going to cut? Are we still on the TV?
Yeah. We've committed to this bastard now. We have to go on with it.
But, of course, Matt Heath will be commentating tomorrow night along with yourself and Mania Stewart, so it's just going to be me and Keezy in the spa pool, and I am looking forward to digging in.
Yeah, totally. Actually, is there anyone here in the audience at the moment that would like to get in the spa with these fellas? I thought there'd be
100 dudes. Cheers.
Yeah. I reckon we should see how many massive backbones we can get in the one pool. You know what I'm saying?
Good idea.
I'm a little disappointed that I don't get to put on, the old Speedos there, fellas. I'm not going to go on about it, but, I've got a lot to offer in that department. You know, and I've always wanted the opportunity, especially on national TV, to put my Speedos on and show a few things off. You know what I'm talking about?
I reckon we can find some time for you. The game doesn't start until 7 o'clock tomorrow night, so we can get you down there around about 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. or
sure.
Yeah.
We haven't got you a pair of Speedos, but we can send the girls down to Pumpkin Patch to get you a pair if you want.
Yeah, good one. Let's get back into the tunes. We're going to have a few beersies and chat to the punters here in the meantime. Enjoy.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
It's Tool Chat.
Bang, bang, bang. Screwdriver, screwdriver.
With Jason Mike. G'day, you mad bastards. It's Tool Chat with Jason, Mike, and I tell you what, Mike, she's been a while since we've done the old Tool Chat, mate, and I had to go out the back there and punch a couple of durries just to get in the right mood and the right vibe for it, mate.
Yeah, mate. Well, as you know, I've been deregistered from Master Builders here for a while now. After, had a couple of run-ins there with me old apprentice there, Jaden.
Yeah, Jaden, yeah, that little bastard.
Got him on site there, given the dedouche a couple of times, and now I'm not allowed near him, not allowed on the work site, but just been reinstated, mate, so pretty chuffed about that.
Yeah, no, I heard about that, and, you know, I had a bit of an incident the other day before we actually get into the bloody Tool Chat proper, mate. Bloody Raylene came bloody on site, didn't she? You know... Dressed to the bloody nines, you know, and all the boys. Oh, yeah, Raylene, you're looking bloody, yeah, bloody gorgeous and bloody. I didn't need that shit, mate.
Yeah, she is looking bloody good, though, isn't she?
Well, I don't need you to tell me she needed good, mate. Everyone else was telling me she looked bloody good. But anyway... I
don't know how you let that one go, man.
Well, I didn't let that one go, mate. It's that bloody little shithouse bastard Jaden that got his bloody claws into her, and you know how it is. I turned a blind eye for 5 seconds, and old Jaden is all over, mate.
Yeah.
But the tool we're going to be talking about today, the old wire cutters, mate. And I know, you know, for people out there that haven't worked on construction before, you can't go out without your old bloody wire cutters, Mogi.
You need them, mate. You know, every morning I wake up with a hell of a bloody hangover there. I've been drinking all night ever since Sharon's left me there, and I roll over and use me wire cutters to clamp onto the last remnants of the marijuana joint that I've got sitting on the side table there, and I smoke that bastard down there and have a swing of vodka and try to forget that the life that I left behind there.
Yeah, look, I know what you're saying, mate. Back in the day when things weren't so bad, you know, and I'd wake up in my little caravan there on site, and you know, all my sheets would be wrapped up with anxiety, sweat like bloody ropes, you know, and I'd bloody move in the bed, and there'd be the clink of vodka bottles just bloody rattling all over the place and stuff, and I'd get the old wire cutters there and get my little roach and suck that bastard dry. I'd suck it hard, Mike. I'd suck it bloody hard, mate. But that's when times were good. These days, of course, you know, it didn't take long before I progressed onto the old glass Barbie, and you didn't need the old bloody wire cutters for that. You got your little glass Barbie pipe
you
there
got your
and
bloody blowtorch there, and you're going hard, aren't you?
Yeah, totally, mate.
You can't have nightmares, mate, when you never go to sleep.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly,
Mike.
Hey,
fellas, just quickly, just a fun fact about wire cutters or pliers. They were actually around as early as 3000 BC.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Garbage there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Friday afternoon, live from Brew Co. in beautiful beautiful Mount Maunganui. Hey, plenty coming up after 5 o'clock. I believe, Keezy, we've got some interviews, mate.
Yes, of course, the Hot Springs Spa T20 Blacklash in association with Wolfbrook. That's on tomorrow at the Bay Oval, so we've got the likes of, Hamish Marshall coming through, Colin de Gronholm.
The minute piece.
The minute piece is coming through. Razor Robertson might stop by as well, and Bob Slobanov.
Oh, Bob Slobanov.
Yeah.
Yeah, good old Bob Slobanov. I also, we're going to be chatting a little bit after 5 o'clock too, Mogi. It was your 10th wedding anniversary, I believe, mate.
And
a bit up. Hey!
Thanks very much. It was actually the 10th anniversary of our first date.
But, okay. Yeah.
Take it where you can get it. Yeah, it was bloody good times.
Yeah,
we'll
look.
talk about that.
Mate, I loved it.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see that I liked it?
Oh, yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah,
good
Keezy,
stuff.
you can make... Oh, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later, but also... And Keezy...
What?
Not Keezy.
What?
Come on, man.
After 5, Keezy did a midnight steamer.
No, there was no midnight steamer.
We're not doing that anymore,
but
Keezy.
you did have a bit of a incident you were saying in the hotel shower there.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll be touching on that after 5 o'clock. Stay tuned.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Live from Brew Co in Mount Maunganui, having a grand old time. Someone actually just showed us, Mogi and Keezy, a tattoo they've got on their magnificently peachy ass with a love heart, love. Now that, my friend, is commitment.
That is commitment. If I was going to be picky, I might object to the spelling. I've
never seen it spelled like that either.
But it didn't seem like it was a sober decision, and judging by the quality of the tattoo, it's probably not a sober tattooist either.
Yeah.
But absolute kudos to that gentleman. If you want to see a photo of it, jump on the Hodaki Big Show's Insta page before it gets taken down for indecency.
Yeah, totally. Also, coming up in this hour, by the way, we've got the Black Clash going on tomorrow, and we've got a few interviews to get through, fellas.
That's right.
Maybe a bit of Razor action, a bit of Colin de Gronholm action.
Maybe. It's sort of 50-50 on Razor. It's 50-50 on Brian Lara, 50-50 on Jonathan Thurston, but it's 100% on Bob Slobanon.
Oh, look, if it's going to be Brian Lara, I'm not interested.
Really?
Just tell them now. If it's Brian Lara, just say no.
Isn't he one of the greatest batsmen of all time?
Well, people say that, Keezy,
right.
But that'll be happening around 5:30. In the meantime, let's get back into the tunes. Here's the dude.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Yes, indeed, Foo Fighters there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show live from Brew Co and Mount Maunganui. Yeah. Now, as you know, of course, tomorrow the Black Clash is on rugby versus cricket, and we've got a plethora, fellas, of people to interview now, one of whom is playing for Team Rugby, ex-All Black, the one and only Andy Ellis. How you going, buddy?
Yeah, good, mate.
Yeah, Andy
really good,
Ellis.
thanks. Excited to be in the Mount.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
You want a durry?
Yeah, I'm right at the moment, mate.
Oh, no, you don't want a durry. Someone was telling me that old Andy smashes the old durries. Was I mistaken there?
Yeah, you were.
Were they leading me up the creek?
Yeah.
What's that about? Good Lord. Do you mind if I have a durry?
Nah,
Andy?
fill your boots, mate.
Yeah,
Where
thanks,
you go.
mate.
Yeah.
Thanks, mate.
Hey, Andy, obviously Team Rugby, some big names there, including one of the greatest batsmen of all time, Brian Lara. Is that intimidating for you?
Extremely. It's probably the thing I'm most nervous about, actually, is just meeting him. I'm afraid I'm going to say something stupid like, hey, man, when I meet him. I don't know why, I'm just going to do it.
Can I just say, in our experience, it's a terrible idea starting to do sort of ethnic accents.
Yeah.
Especially to the person's face, Andy. It's never going to go well.
You know what you should do, though, is offer him a durry straight away.
Yeah.
Sort of make it weird, yeah.
I'll be honest with you, Andy. Brian Lara, overrated, quite frankly. Mogi and I, we were pretty good cricketers in our time. I'd put us up there in the same kind of calibre there, Mogi.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he was just given a lot more opportunities than we were. It was more a political thing for us. But for you, Andy, how do you reckon you're going to go? Have you been in every single game so far? And how's your form been thus far?
No, I haven't been in. I've only been in one other game
how was
so
that?
far. No, it was. It was okay. I took 3 wickets. Took the wicket of Fleming and McMillan. So
what a humble
a couple of names. No, probably the thing I'm most excited about is if I did get to be out there with Brian in the middle, you know, and I'd probably come down and I'd maybe say come on the front foot a bit more than leaning back a bit there.
Just a note on that, he hates being called Brian. Don't call him Brian.
What do they call him? Tell me what they call him so I know.
So he's actually got a few nicknames there. We'll pass them on to you later. It's not for radio.
In terms of your prep, Andy, obviously she's going to be chocker tomorrow. It's going to be live on TV1, I believe, fellas.
Over a
million viewers, Andy. What have you done in terms of prep for getting ready for this game?
I had a net session today with Leon McDonald.
Is that it?
With Leon McDonald?
Yep.
What, is that all you've done?
That's it.
How did it go?
Right, okay.
Did it go all right?
Leon was a lot better than what I thought he was.
Right.
Yeah, sure.
So he was finging them up sort of around the chest area, and I didn't really know how to play it.
Yeah.
So that's probably my prep done. In terms of who I'm looking forward to facing tomorrow, Jonathan Thurston.
Yeah.
Who's playing for them. We actually had to shoot away from another function to come chat to you boys, and JT's in one already, and we're going to keep feeding him, I can tell you that now.
Yeah, nice.
I understand that he was actually a rep cricketer at home, so he's one of those guys that's not only one of the all-time greatest rugby league players, but is also an incredible cricketer as well, which is nice.
Yeah, and he was, when we were at this function before, he couldn't stop talking about how good he was at cricket. Said there was a decision at under 16s he had to make, either league or cricket, and Cricket Australia begged him to stay, but he went in the league.
I've always felt, sorry, Keezy, I've always felt Jonathan Thurston overrated, mate. I'd like to see him go head to head with Hoodie J on a league field, mate. It'd be a massive douche. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't. Really don't.
None of us do, Andy. Obviously, Andy Ellis, you spent a fair bit of time around the old footy field there. Jace, how do you think he'd go as a halfback?
I'm a big fan of you guys' show.
Oh, thanks, mate.
Thanks, Andy.
Hoodie's not as big as I thought he was.
Right, okay.
And actually, he's probably a better Nick than what I thought he was too.
Yeah.
Like, you really do work at. I know all the chat about going to the gym and that. You really do.
Are you Steve there?
I mean, I'm happy to take my top off.
Before you do that... The problem is, though, when you take your shirt off, you've got so many skin tags, you look like a Venetian blind.
There is that. And also, Andy, a weird thing happened to me today. Check that out. I got mallet finger.
What is that?
It's where your nerve and everything just completely capitulates on you, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Is that from working out at the gym?
Yeah, I was thinking I was pressing about 180, 200 kgs, and she just went to do.
Well, we know it's not from over-wiping, that's for sure. Well, hey, look, good luck for the game tomorrow, Andy, mate. Thanks for stopping by.
Totally, man.
Good luck out there.
Great to chat, boys. TV1 tomorrow, just in case you can't get tickets.
Already said that, Andy, for God's sake.
Oh, sorry, it's the only thing I had to say in the whole interview.
Here's Block Party.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Yes, indeed, you too, there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Friday afternoon, live from Brew Co in the magnificent Mount Maunganui. And as you know, the Black Clash tomorrow. We just had Andy Ellis from Team Rugby. We've now got Hamish Marshall from Team Cricket. Marshy, how you going, mate? How you going, Marshy?
Good. Real good, Jace.
Looking well, man. Have you been working out a bit?
Not at all.
Okay. That's amazing that you look so good then, since you haven't been working out.
Yeah, I used to. Just got bored of it.
Yeah. Well, you can only get so buff, I find, and then it just gets a bit tedious. You know what I'm saying?
Is that what you find, Jace?
Yeah, well, I've been married 27 years now, Marshy, and, she's seen it all. She's seen Hoodie J at his best and seen him at his worst, and you know what I mean? I just don't care anymore. Just be who you are, Marshy.
Just accept it, eh?
Yeah, you want a durry?
After.
Oh, okay, sweet.
Good on you, mate. Obviously, Marshy here for the Black Clash tomorrow night, 6:30, TVNZ1. Some pretty talented people coming along to play, including Brian Lara. But on your team, though, Jonathan Thurston. Have you run into him yet?
We had a little chat with JT, as we call him now, as
nice.
part of the team. JT is a batter, so he tells us, doesn't bowl.
Sure.
But most of the conversation is trying to get into what's happening on Mad Mondays.
Right.
Really keen to find out what happened back in the day. So I think more will be exposed as the night goes on.
You were saying off here that you think he's one of the most overrated rugby league players of all time. Why is that?
Jeez, that's a massive call. I don't know if I did say that. I'm a Penrith fan, but he's a quality player.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, he's come in and he's quite feverish,
Right.
which is important in a weekend like this.
He's fizzing, is he?
He's fizzing. He's ready to go. I don't know how he'll come out tomorrow, but he's with Jason Spice at the moment. So
Oh, God.
Well, that's one of the great eras is that people get a little bit excited. Drink till 5 or 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, then they've got a game of cricket they've got to play for, which is the reason why they're here. And if you're hanging out with Jason Spice, no offence, it's not going to come out good for anyone.
Yeah, and apparently it might have happened last night as well.
Right. So he hasn't landed the plane.
Spicey's looked after him last night. And
yeah, sure. Now, Marshy, you came in here a little bit distressed because you were saying off air just before, actually, that the fellas on the team were giving you a bit of jip about your massive honker.
No.
Not who?
No.
Oh.
Colin de Grandholm, who's up next.
Oh, was it Colin?
Yeah.
Oh, because I was looking at your honker and I was thinking to myself, compared to Keezy's, that's nothing.
Well, the reason
you
couldn't tell is because you couldn't see past your honker.
Oh, right. Oh, so it's not your... Oh, so that was Colin de Grandholm.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Hey,
my bad, Marshy.
Just quickly, Hamish, what is it? Because last year we had the Honey Badger in, right? And he was fizzed up as well. We've had Andy Lee in the past as well. And people come down for the Black Clash from Aussie and do genuinely get real fired up for it. Why is that?
I think it's the Kiwi influence.
Yeah.
They just realise when they get here how good a place it is and how good the people are. Over there, they probably think they're better than us.
Yeah.
And actually, when they get here,
Yeah.
the penny drops.
Yeah.
And it's wonderful to see. It's quite nice to be really close up when it happens.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Totally. Well, I tell you what, Marshy, I'm going to be commentating the game tomorrow, so I want you to be in best form, mate. Because I don't want to, Oh, thanks, mate. I don't want to have to deduce you on air, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm a little bit disappointed that you haven't been working out in preparation for the Black Clash. How's your form?
No idea. We'll see tomorrow.
Right, okay. Where are you batting? Do you know yet?
It could be top of the order.
Okay.
I think Vittori, he does the order and he doesn't want to bat at the top, so he just sends us in.
So you'll get your usual sort of run rate, sort of 7 or 8 runs off 42 balls type thing?
I'm hoping Devisit smashes it.
Oh, yeah.
No pressure.
Yeah, well, Marshy, all the best, mate. Thanks for coming in. And we'll no doubt see you tonight and tomorrow.
Looking forward to it. It's
Good
always a
on
good
you,
weekend.
mate.
Bloody good. Up next, we're going to take a short break on the big show. Up next, we've got Razor Robertson coming in for a chat and also Colin de Grandholm. Stay tuned.
Great stuff.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Oh, yes, indeed. Muse there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Friday afternoon, live from Brew Co. In beautiful Mount Maunganui. And our next guest, really excited about this because I've been wanting to have a few words with him for a while, actually. I've got a few issues that I want to work through. I'm talking about the new All Black coach. New All Black coach, Scott Robertson. Razor, you mad bastard. How's life?
Mate, I'm good. It's good to be home. This is my home. I brought up here. And look, I'm the wrong person to talk about your issues, mate.
Sure.
You need someone way more qualified than me for what you're going through. But
Scott, I'll be honest with you, and this is a true story. I applied also for the All Black coaching position.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, the management got together with me and said, Hoity J, it's between you and Razor. And I know how passionate you are about the job, mate. I know how much you want it. And I said, give the big fella a turn, I said. And it'll be me next time, Razor, all right?
Yeah.
So because I'll be chomping at your ass, mate. You better do a good job because if you're not, old Hoity J is going to fill the breach.
Does that sound about right to you?
it's quite phallic, actually, with the term.
Yeah, sure.
I appreciate your feedback on that. Yeah, thank you.
It's going to be great. Hey, but are you excited, man? It's a massive challenge, massive privilege. How are you feeling about it?
Yeah, look, I'm ready. You know, like I've stayed around. I've stayed in the fight for a period of time. I've got an awesome group around me, amazing coaching group, management, and playing group. You know, New Zealand produce an amazing set of talent.
Sure.
You know, and my job's to help improve their talent, help them be a better person, a better man, be role models for New Zealanders and win footy games.
Yeah.
Now, what are you going to do with the reprobates that you're coaching in team cricket? That's something different.
For the
You're
Black
here for the
Clash.
Black Clash. You're going to have to coach these guys. You've got a team underneath you. Do you apply the same thing then, or you're just getting on the hammer?
Well, team rugby. Look, I'm not a cricketer at all. To be fair, I'm here managing the crowd.
Right.
That's how I've got nothing to do with team rugby cricket other than being here drinking with them.
Yeah.
And then,
Well, can I just say
nice.
you're doing a hell of a job.
You're doing a great job,
Because, and that is true. I saw you a couple of years ago. I might have even been here at Bay Oval. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah.
And you're getting around the outfield on one of those segways.
Yeah.
And you'd had a few under your belt by that stage.
No,
and you
no,
you went head over heels over the.
I was on the green
handlebars
tees,
there.
mate. It was the green tea gets you now and again,
It
doesn't
does.
it? You know.
When you
And,
say green tea, Razor, you're not talking basil, are you? The basil teas.
I don't think he is, Jason.
Oh
Are you
no.
talking about gut health? No, no, it wasn't at all.
Okay, good.
How would you go, though, Razor, if you did have to get out there and swing a bat round, mate? Would you go all right?
No. Look, anything to do with cricket other than sledging.
Right.
Like I'm quick, you know. Like I've got quick banter.
Yeah, I
back
bet,
myself
I
in
bet.
that. Man, I'm not Australian, but I enjoy the banter side of it, but none of the skill set.
So here's a scenario for you then. What would you do if you were, say, a younger player in the team and two way older players were giving you a lot of jip all the time?
Yeah.
What would you say to them to just sort of bring them down a peg, just hypothetically?
I know. I just tackle them.
Yeah, nice.
Like,
Good dude.
mate, when you give yourself your own nickname like Razor,
I was going to ask you about that.
you've got to cut people in half. So the old razor blades would come out,
Right.
and you just got to pick your moment. You know?
Is that true that you gave yourself your own nickname?
Oh, yeah, it is.
Because Keezy did that as well.
Oh, did I? I'm pretty sure my name was Christopher before the show. So when you picked Razor, though, did you do it because it sounded sick and you wanted to get in there first before anyone else gave you a nickname?
Yeah, well, I actually had a nickname previous to that. I played rugby. I left school before everyone else, and I went and played rugby in Ireland, and I got a massive hematoma on my quad.
That's a bruise, Jace.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hematoma. It's a bruise, massive bruise.
Yeah.
And it was the last few minutes of the game. I set a couple of tries up and scored a couple. And
sick.
anyway, the game sort of finished, and I had about 20 Guinnesses, and it solidified. I couldn't even move my quad. So I had one game. In the club over there, you know, the boys started calling me Chocolate Chippy.
Oh, right.
They said, Chocolate Chippy, one dunk and you're soft. And so I said, I'm never going to be called that again. I'm going to have to give myself my own nickname. And then I cut someone in half playing for the Crusaders and said,
Razor.
Razor, yeah, the Razor blade. There we go.
I've got to ask you this serious question, Razor. You know, it's a big job being All Black coach, probably the toughest job in this country.
Other than radio DJ.
Other than being top radio DJs. How is it for your family? Because I know my wife...
What's that? What happened?
I don't know, they just randomly... But anyway, my wife... you know, being a top radio DJ, she struggles with the adulation that we get on the big show. How are you going to deal with that? You know, and keep your family sort of all safe and so forth.
Yeah, it's good. We're getting deep. I appreciate it. Yeah.
It's okay, man.
No. I've been with Jane for 20 odd years.
Who's Jane?
Is she your
my
wife?
Yeah, she's my wife.
Yeah.
It's quite good.
It's good, eh, man?
My wife. And then, so I met her when I first started playing in 1996. So she's been through everything. She's been through playing, coaching, all my injuries. So she understands the highs and the lows. And the boys are at a great age. You know, they're 20s, 17 and 15. They love their footy. They know that Dad loves them. And we're, you know, look, like I said before, I'm ready for the job. On field and off field, and it's going to have moments.
For sure.
But I love it.
Yeah, good on you, mate.
One quick question, Razor, before you go,
Yeah.
mate. Just looking at us, Jace, Keezy, Mike, by the way.
Yeah.
Who do you think's got the biggest nose?
Oh wow! It's a trade-off actually. That mo makes your nose quite big.
It's a mogi.
And I reckon that's a bit swollen from the amount of alcohol you've had.
Yes!
So.
Yes!
Yeah, well, I was going to wish you all the best, Razor, but,
Yeah.
No, seriously, man, congratulations on getting the All Black coaching job. I know you're going to do an amazing job and look forward to those phenomenal results in the years to come, mate. Yeah!
Get on your razor.
Get on your razor, buddy.
Here's a tune.
Cheers, everyone. Thank you.
Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Red Hot Chili Peppers there on the radio.
Excuse me? Sorry, what?
Oh, sorry. Red Hot Chili Peppers on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Friday afternoon, live from Brew Co. in beautiful Mount Maunganui. Plenty coming up after 6 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, the crowd favourite, What's on the TV with Mike Minogue. And I tell you what, Mogie, we've missed you, mate.
Oh, yeah?
It's been a shock. Keezy's been a shock. He's been shocking.
Have you still been doing it? Is the segment still going?
Yeah, it's still been going, but he's been watching, his little docos and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And his little making noodles and that sort of carry on. And travelling shows, all that sort of stuff.
No, I watched Last Stop Larimer. Remember I talked about that?
Oh, yeah, Last Stop Larimer. Great show.
And I watched Talkback.
No, that's quality.
That's quality television.
That is quality.
Yeah. Well, everything pales in comparison after you watch Talkback.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
Also, we'll be having a bit of food chat, actually, because I'm realising right now that I'm really hungry.
Oh.
So I might order something from the bar.
Oh.
Great food down here at Brew Co, by the way.
Very good.
Actually,
really good food.
If you are in Tauranga, come down the mount. You'll see the yellow umbrellas out the front there. Brew Co, Main Street. We're here for another hour.
All right, Keith.
Probably sometime after that as well, right, fellas?
Yeah, we are.
We are, Keezy. Come on down and get yourself a Backbone T-shirt. All that after 6.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Welcome back, you massive backbones. You're listening to the Big Show live from Brew Co in Mount Maunganui, and it's going off here, I can tell you. She's really... What is that, Fireball Friday?
It's Fireball Friday. Get into the Hodaki Big Show's Instagram story right now. You'll see a video of me getting amongst it.
Yeah, as always, Keezy. As always.
Yeah.
Twisted your arm.
And also if you're having, you're wanting to have a bit of a feed, bloody beautiful food here, fellas.
Yeah. What have you eaten so far, Jace?
Oh, a couple of chips. I wanted to have a bite of Keezy's burger, but he wouldn't share.
Well,
he was being a hamu with his burger.
I was not being a burger hamu.
And then he got a pizza, and I said, "Can I have a piece of that, Keezy?"
They don't even do pizzas.
And he said, "Nah, get your own, man."
You know what? If they had done a pizza, I would have said that.
Sure. Hey, now listen. Coming up, obviously being down here in Mount Maunganui, we're all staying in hotels.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know about you, Mogie. I love a bit of hotel action.
Oh yeah. I do as well.
Did you bring your own toilet brush this time?
No, I'm not going to do that. And for those that don't know, I don't like it when you go to a hotel and you use the facilities and there's not a brush there. So then you feel bad about what you might have deposited on the porcelain. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
But that's an issue for the hotels to sort out, not for me to sort out.
Yeah. Well, speaking of issues, coming up next. Old Keezy, apparently he had a bit of a shower before coming to the show today. You had a bit of an issue in the shower, Keezy.
Yeah. So coming up next, and listeners will be keen to hang around for this one, Keezy's shower issue in the hotel there.
So good, man.
Yeah, but
so
in the meantime...
good. In the meantime, here's the Black Keys. Yes, indeed, Green Day there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Friday afternoon. The time is 13 minutes past 6 o'clock. Live from Brew Co in beautiful Mount Maunganui.
Yeah.
So good. Fellas, on the way down here, we left early this morning.
We did.
2.5 hour drive. You get in and you're a bit sweaty. It's hot out.
Were you sweaty, were you?
Yeah, well, I was in my truckie.
Oh, yeah. How did your truckie go coming down, Keezy?
Nah, she didn't miss a beat, mate, which was great, but there's no aircon or anything in it, so I was a bit sweaty.
Sure, yeah.
Then met up with you fellas, got to the hotel there and had a quick shower, and I had a shower debacle. Do you want to hear about it?
Oh, yeah, sure.
So, get into the hotel room, drop my bag, right? Walk straight into the bathroom.
Yeah.
Get rid of all my clothes, take them all off.
Oh, yeah, so you were... Oh, no, you go, Mogie.
I'll just stop you. You said that whenever you go to a hotel, the first thing you do is grab the hand towel and put it on your bedside table. Did you not do that this time?
Nah, not yet. Not yet. That's a good reminder, though. Thanks, Mogie. Appreciate it, mate.
So, just to paint a picture with words, if I can, Keezy.
Oh, I wish you would.
So you're butt naked in the old
boudoir? No, the bathroom.
No, in the bathroom there.
Yeah, so I walk into the bathroom. I've got my little toilet bag with me.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Yeah, I put that on the old sink there. fully nude.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, can you see?
Are there any mirrors?
Yeah, were there mirrors in there? Could you see like yourself fully nude in the mirror there, Keezy?
Yeah, like a big mirror backlit.
Oh, yeah. Now you were. I bet you were popping.
Yeah, thanks, fellas.
Yeah.
Was it steamy in there, man?
Oh, she was, because I reached over. It's quite far away. I had to reach right over the old
bending
tap.
over.
Oh, you had to bend over to... right.
So I bent over.
Oh, right. Were there any back mirrors, Keezy, or was it just a front mirror?
I had my back to the mirror.
Oh, yeah. Good. Yeah,
So
nice.
I bent over and I turned on the tap there.
Oh, yeah.
I bet you did.
And the water started coming out of the... The water started coming out of the bath tap and not the shower tap.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So you would have had to bend over a little bit more to sort that out.
Because what I'd done is I'd bent over and I'd...
Oh, did you bend over there?
Right. Are you still in the mirror when you're bending over, Keezy?
Yeah, it's a full wall mirror.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I bent over there and I turned on the bath tap on accident, stood back up.
By accident?
By accident. And then I was like, oh, that's the bath. So I bent back over again and pulled the thing up to make it come out of the shower.
Oh, yeah. You pulled what up, sorry?
I pulled the little thing. Yeah. So then I step into the shower.
Yeah. Oh, I bet it was hot and steamy too, Keezy.
Too hot. So I hop in, it's too hot, and I go, oh. It's sort of hot back out again.
Yeah, so you're covered you're naked and covered in water and stuff.
Yeah, I'm naked and I'm covered in water and stuff, and then I go, oh, it's too hot, so I bend over again. And just turn it down a wee bit.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, and then I hop in.
Was there like soapy sort of suds there that you could sort of,
Yeah, so there was like there was one of those wall-mounted sort of plunge.
Oh, yeah, you pumped away.
So I'm pumping it.
Yeah.
And nothing's coming out. So I pump harder, and I'm like pumping away there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh.
Go, Keezy.
Good on you, Keezy.
I'm pumping.
Get it out, Keezy.
Get it, Keezy.
Yeah,
and then finally, it comes out.
Yeah.
Shampoo, but I wanted body gel.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
And then so I was like, oh, God, and then got the body gel out.
Did you get the body gel out?
Yeah, had it, chucked it on me.
Oh, a little shutty and stuff.
Started up the top and worked my way down,
Into your exuberant bush there.
Yeah. So then rinsed off and then took a steamer.
A Keezy steamer?
Yeah.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast.
What's on the telly with Mike Minogue. Nice work.
Yeah, well...
It's been a bit all over the place since you've been away, Mogi, this week. Keezy and I... there was just no synchronicity there.
Oh, sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And I would hit the perfect note and Keezy would be wobbling up and down it. Oh, mate, it was carnage.
Oh, well, we'll sort it out, man.
Yeah.
I watched a movie, I think it's on Prime. It's called Saltburn.
Oh, Saltburn.
How about Saltburn? I had a few people watch that. I'll tell you what a film. It's got a little Irish fella in it there, Barry Keoghan.
Yes.
Actually reminds me very much of you, Hordie J.
Does he?
In terms of how tall he is. And it's quite an erotic film, man.
Very, very erotic.
It's about this little fella there, and he falls in love with a guy, and he falls in love with how rich the guy is. And there's quite an incredible scene where the guy that he's in love with is having a bath.
Yes.
And your man there has a little peek on him as he's going. And then once the guy gets out of the bath, he gets into the bath and sort of licks the drain.
Yeah, the sinkhole.
The sinkhole. To get a flavour of this man that he's in love with.
Yes.
And spoiler alert here, if you haven't seen it, I don't want to ruin it for you, but there's another scene where this little fella there, he makes love to a grave.
Yes.
Now, I hadn't seen either of these things in a film.
No.
And I thoroughly enjoyed it, except the ending's a bit skewer. But I give it 5 plug holes out of 5 plug holes.
Yeah, good stuff, mate. Great stuff. What did you get into, Keezy?
Last night I watched a documentary on the London Underground, just about when it first came about, midway through the 1800s, and sort of how it revolutionised, the work-life balance of those living in London, and it meant people could live outside London and then ride the Underground in. as opposing to have to like live in London, you know what I mean? So it really changed the face of not only transport in London but the world as we know it.
Yeah. Well, I've always been a big fan of trains, as you know.
Yeah, how's your trains going, mate?
Well, really well, but I think Keezy's just put me off them now.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you still going to go to the model train show tomorrow, though?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Funnily enough, fellas...
What did you watch, Jace?
I didn't get to watch too much, obviously. I was throwing 10 around last night. I was at the gym for about 3 or 4 hours, I think, last night. Came home and had a protein shake. Made love after my protein. Thanks, mate. After my protein shake.
Yeah.
And I actually ended up finishing the last of Poker Hot Ass.
Oh, you finished it off?
Yeah.
Because you had only watched 11 minutes of it.
Yeah, and she runs at 2 hours 30 there, Mogi.
You watched the whole thing?
So I watched the whole thing. I was pretty knackered, you know what I mean? So, yeah, it's good. So, I mean, if you're wanting a nice couple movie, Poker Hot Ass is the one to go for.
Righto.
Romantic?
I'll get onto that.
Oh, yeah, definitely romantic. Oh, there's romantic moments in it, for sure. What's coming up next, Keezy? Because is that...
Put your glasses on and have a look. It's Florence and the Machine.
Oh, Florence and the Machine, yeah, nice.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
The shapeshifter there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this glorious Friday afternoon. And I tell you what, we've got down to Mount Maunganui. We're at Brew Co, and it's great times. The weather's been beautiful since we've been down here, fellas. You know, people rave on about the mountain, how beautiful the weather is here, and I never quite believe it, Mogi. But coming here today and looking outside, I'm thinking, this place is primo. I can totally understand why people come here to live.
Couldn't agree with you more, mate, and I think that's probably part of the reason why over the course of the show this evening, half of the people have left.
Sure.
Have you noticed that, man? It's really emptied out as the show's going on. It must be the good weather.
Yeah, you've got the beautiful weather and you've got the beautiful beach just down the road there. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I don't know if you guys are keen on this. Maybe a bit of a nudie dip after we finish the show today. Just to freshen ourselves up before we hit the town.
Sounds good to me.
Do we have to be nude?
Oh, yes.
So you won't go for a swim with me unless I'm nude?
Yeah, you need to be fully nude, Keezy.
You're really weird about that sort of stuff.
Oh, no, I'm just very open about it, that's all.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, I really appreciate, by the way, fellas, this morning, you guys doing me a solid. You all stopped by my family home so I could drop off my truckie there.
Yep.
It was great catching up with Mon and Don.
Yeah,
They're really lovely.
Yep.
Yeah. And they were really pleased to see you guys as well.
They're always... Mon's always happy to see me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She's always...
It didn't get off to a flyer of start, so I did it because on the way down here, unbelievably, it rained.
Yeah.
So we were a little bit of the way behind Keezy. When we finally arrived at the house there, he was in tears. And Mon really having to pat him on the head and tell him everything was going to be okay because he got the paintwork wet.
Yeah,
something you don't like doing.
No,
Keezy.
I don't like driving my truck in the rain. She was fair pissing down there for most of the journey. So I got home and I was inconsolable, and it did get wet, but I really appreciate it because I'm dropping it off. Dad's going to do some work on it while I'm here.
He's such a backbone, Don, your dad.
Yeah.
He's a massive backbone. Round of applause for Don, Keezy's dad. What a massive backbone he is.
Yeah, unfortunately I'll be at the Black Flash, so I won't be able to film him while he does it and chuck it on my Instagram. So.
Sure.
I was actually having a chat to him, when we got out there, and I was relaying the story about how you went out for a round of golf, and rather than putting your golf clubs in the tray of a truck like any other human being on the earth, you put them in the cab of your truck and put the seatbelt on it. And I just saw any last remnants of pride dissipate from his eyes.
Sure.
And his head sort of dropped, and but that's his lot, isn't it?
Well, the problem was, right, you put them on the back of the truck there and they sort of float around and scratch the paint a wee bit.
Yeah.
So you don't, so that's why I didn't do that. But I really appreciate that. And they said it was nice catching up with you and they'll see you next time.
Well, no, we're going out tonight.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Me, Mogi, Mon and Don, we're going to make a night of it. I don't know where to go in particular to Mount Maunganui. I'm obviously going to be here for quite a while. Maybe do a bit of clubbing.
Yeah, a bit of clubbing.
A bit of dancing.
Yeah, well, we love a dance.
A bit of yummy boys.
Cool.
Yummy boys.
Can I tag along for that or?
Oh, It's just we were just going to make a foursome of it, actually, Keezy.
Can you not use the word foursome when you're talking about...
No, but I mean the four of us were going to go...
Yeah, good stuff.
Hey, and look, Mogi and I are really happy to drive your little truckie back. Yeah. So, you know, if you're feeling a bit nervous about it...
Because you're saying your dad was going to have to drive it there and your mum would, back to Auckland, your mum would have to follow in the car and pick up your dad and bring it back.
Yeah.
You get a bit scared when you have to go over 70k an hour.
Yeah, cool. Okay, cool. Okay. So, Jay, which one's going to do it? The guy who drives the Toyota Aqua or the guy without a licence? Let me know.
Hey.
Either way, it's a great offer. Thanks, fellas.
No, that's no worries. I'm not sure what's happening here. Are we going into some ad breaks, maybe?
Yes.
Are they good ad breaks? I hope so.
We're going into one ad break.
Oh, yeah, good stuff.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Yes, indeed. Violent Femmes there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Friday night. Live from Mount Maunganui, Brew Co. And it's been a great night, fellas.
Yeah.
Very much appreciate the hospitality that's been shown here. They've run out of beer, they've run out of glasses, they've managed to get it back on, but it's been quite an afternoon.
It's been a massive afternoon, and as we've been saying, a beautiful spot in the country. I know that you did have a little dip earlier on, Mogi. What are the plans tonight for you, Mogi? Hitting the town, what's going on?
Not too sure, man. I'm contemplating just sticking around here for 7 or 9 hours.
Yes.
Just seeing how that plays out.
Sure.
Just seeing what the Tauranga and Mount Maunganui nightlife's got to offer, I reckon. And somebody's got to keep an eye on Keezy, of course.
Yeah, take him under your wing there. Your really highly muscled, sculpted wing. Keezy, what's the plan for you tonight? You know, big day for you tomorrow, mate. You got to get in the spa pool with old Mogi.
It's a big day, Jay. So I've decided that as soon as it hits 7 o'clock and we're out of here, I'll be straight back in the old Uber to the hotel.
Yeah.
I'll have a quick dinner and then I'll be turning in early for the night, mate. So.
As he grabs another beer. Yeah, great stuff.
Having a quiet one. Jace, what about you, mate?
Look, I've got a big day tomorrow. I've got the Black Clash commentary. You guys are going to be swanning about in a bloody spa pool.
Yeah.
Quaffing whatever. And old Haughty J under the gun. But I think after this, I'm going to go to the A&E and get a splint on my mallet finger.
Yeah.
Because it is kind of weird. And I can't, I've got no feeling in it.
In the meantime, you should put it in a bag of some description so no one has to see it.
Oh, right. Yeah, is it a bit chundery? Hey, no, but we want to say a massive thank you to the team here at Brew Co. They've done an amazing job. I've never been here before. It's an amazing place. So if you're at a loss, come down to Brew Co. Grab yourself a beer. Bloody delicious food. I just had a po' boy. Prawns and so forth. Yeah. Bloody delicious.
So good, Jason. And just quickly, can I also give a massive shout out to all the backbones from the Bay of Plenty who have showed up here tonight?
Yeah.
It's been absolutely excellent.
Massively, man. I want a massive shout out to everyone that's shown up here tonight.
I just did that.
You said Bay of Plenty. Oh, it is Bay of Plenty. Yeah. But no, we really appreciate it. We really appreciate you listening to the show. Onwards and upwards. Have a great night, Mount Maunganui. We'll see you soon, we hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.